Welcome everyone. Today, this is not just another motivational video. This is a message for the person who feels stuck, a message for the person who wakes up every day with the same thoughts, the same habits, the same routine, and deep inside feels that something is missing. Listen carefully. You don't need a completely new life. You need a new version of yourself because your life is a reflection of who you are right now. If you keep thinking the same way, acting the same way, and reacting the same way, then your life will remain exactly the same. But the moment you decide to become a different person, everything begins to shift. New thoughts lead to new habits. New habits lead to new actions. New actions lead to new results. And today, you will learn how to do this step by step in a real, practical, and powerful way. And one more thing. If you truly follow what you hear here, you will not only transform your life, you will also improve your English naturally because you are listening, understanding, and thinking in English right now. So before moving forward, make sure you stay connected. Because this is not just motivation. This is transformation. Step 1. Accept that your current self is not working. This is the hardest step, but it is also where everything begins. Most people want a better life, but they are not ready to face one simple truth. Their current version is the problem. Not the situation, not the past, not other people. It is your habits, your thinking patterns, and your daily actions. If your current self was enough, you would already be living the life you want. But you are not, and this is not an insult. This is awareness, and awareness is power. Think about it deeply. Every day you wake up and repeat the same cycle. The same thoughts, the same routine, the same reactions, the same excuses. And then you expect a different result. That is not growth. That is repetition. And repetition always produces the same outcomes. Becoming a new person does not begin with motivation. It begins with honesty. Brutal honesty. You need to sit alone and ask yourself difficult questions. What habits are holding me back? What thoughts are limiting me? Where am I lying to myself? Where am I avoiding discomfort? This is not easy. Your ego will resist. Your mind will try to protect your current identity because staying the same feels safe, even if it is painful. But growth is uncomfortable. And if you are not willing to feel uncomfortable, you are not ready to change. Now, shift your thinking. Instead of saying, "This is who I am," start saying, "This is who I was." That small change is powerful because now you are not stuck. You are evolving. You are becoming. And once you accept that your old self is not working, you create space for a new self to emerge, not by accident, but by intention. This is where real transformation begins. Step 2. Design your new identity. Decide clearly who you want to become. Most people fail to change because they don't have clarity. They know what they don't want, but they don't know what they do want. They say, "I don't want to be lazy. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to feel weak." But that is not enough. Your brain cannot build a future based on what you don't want. It needs direction. It needs a clear identity. Your life does not change when you set goals. Your life changes when you change who you believe you are. For example, saying "I want to wake up early" is just a goal. But saying "I am a person who wakes up early every day" is identity. Goals depend on motivation, but identity controls your actions automatically. Right now, your life reflects your current identity. If you believe you are lazy, your actions will follow laziness. If you believe you are not confident, you will stay silent. If you believe you are not good at English, you will avoid speaking. Your actions always follow your identity. So if you want a different life, you must create a different identity starting now. Sit down without distractions and define your new self clearly. What person do you want to become? Be specific. Maybe a disciplined person who wakes up early, a confident speaker who communicates clearly, a focused individual who does not waste time, a learner who improves English daily, a strong person who never quits. Write it down in detail. This becomes your identity blueprint. Now focus on who you are becoming, not just what you want to achieve. Instead of saying, I want confidence, say, I am becoming a confident person who speaks without fear. Instead of saying, I want to improve English, say, I am someone who practices English every day. Instead of saying, I want success, say, I am a disciplined person who shows up consistently. This is powerful because you are no longer chasing something distant. You are becoming someone in the present. But this requires commitment. You cannot change your identity every day based on your mood. Your feelings are temporary, but your identity must remain stable. Your mind will try to resist this change. It will tell you this is not real, that you are pretending. But that is a sign of progress. Your brain is simply used to your old identity. Every time you repeat your new identity and act accordingly, you are reprogramming your mind. Start speaking your identity daily, out loud, morning and night. Say, I am disciplined. I take action even when I don't feel like it. I am improving my English every day. I speak clearly and confidently. I use my time wisely. Say it with energy and belief, even if it feels unnatural at first. Repetition builds belief, and belief shapes reality. You do not become a new person by waiting. You become a new person by deciding and acting. Your identity is not something you find. It is something you create. From now on, keep asking yourself one question. What would my new self do right now? And then act accordingly even when it feels difficult, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when no one is watching. Because real change is built through small daily decisions. Step 3. Remove your old habits because they are destroying your future. You cannot become a new person while holding on to old habits. It is impossible. You can feel motivated. You can plan your future. But if your daily habits remain the same, your life will not change. Habits are not small actions. They define your entire life. What you do every day becomes who you are. Your old habits are patterns that run your life automatically. Waking up late, wasting time on your phone, avoiding important work, overthinking instead of acting, delaying everything until tomorrow. These habits may seem small, but they slowly damage your future day by day. Every time you repeat a bad habit, you are reinforcing your old identity. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you are telling your brain that this is who you are, and your brain listens. It learns. It builds your identity through repetition. The real problem is not lack of motivation. The real problem is weak habits. Motivation is temporary, but habits are permanent unless you change them. So begin with awareness. Identify the habits that are holding you back. Be honest. Write them down clearly. Then don't just try to stop them. Replace them. Your brain does not like emptiness. If you remove a habit, you must replace it with something better. Replace scrolling with learning. Replace overthinking with writing your thoughts. Replace avoidance with small daily action. Keep it simple and manageable. Make bad habits difficult to follow and good habits easy to perform. Change your environment. Keep distractions away. Create a space that supports focus. And remember, you don't need perfection. You need consistency. Real change happens when you keep going even after failure. If you replace just a few bad habits with strong ones over the next month, you will start seeing real change. Your mind will become clearer. Your energy will increase. Your confidence will grow because now you are in control. Step 4. Build discipline. Do what is necessary even when you don't feel like it. This is the difference between people who want change and people who change. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation disappears. A new version of yourself is not created in comfort. It is created in resistance. When you wake up even when you feel tired. When you practice even when you don't feel like it. When you take action even when it is difficult. That is the moment you are transforming. Every day you will hear two voices. One tells you to rest, delay, and stay comfortable. The other tells you to act, stay consistent, and keep going. Most people follow the first voice. That is why they remain the same. But disciplined people follow the second voice, even when it is uncomfortable. Stop asking yourself if you feel like doing something. Start asking if this is what your new self would do. Because your feelings will always choose comfort, but your growth requires effort. Discipline is not about doing big things once. It is about doing small things consistently. Study a little every day. Practice daily. Improve step by step. Small actions repeated over time create powerful results. Do not wait for the perfect moment or the perfect mood. Take action first and motivation will follow. That is the rule. Action creates motivation, not the other way around.